atomic structure and bonding pop quiz 2. I have sent this today, the marked one. In question 1, complete a dot and cross diagram. In a figure 4.1, a molecule of ethanoic acid is there. Look, for this you have to use an idea like the element, like example, a hydrogen is there. Hydrogen, how many electron it will share? It will share 1 and unshared will be 0. Hydrogen does not have any unshared electron. It only shares 1. Then you have carbon. Carbon belongs to group 4. Group 4 element, they share 4. And there is no unshared electron. So unshared will be 0. And for oxygen, oxygen belongs to group 6. So group 6 element, they will share 2 electron and unshared will be 4. So as we know, like if hydrogen share 1, carbon will share 1 from that side because the sharing number should be same. So if this hydrogen shares 1, carbon will share 1 from that side. This hydrogen share 1, carbon share 1. Hydrogen share 1, carbon share 1. So total number of electrons, the carbon shared is 3 now, but it should share 4. So if this carbon share 1, the other carbon will share 1 from that side. And here we have oxygen. Oxygen is bonded with carbon because oxygen belongs to group 6. So group 6 element share 2. So if oxygen share 2, this carbon will share 2. And this oxygen also shares 2, but this oxygen, one side it is bonded with hydrogen and other side it is bonded with carbon. So one side it will share an electron pair with hydrogen and the other side it will share an electron pair with carbon. So this is a structure, the dot and cross, right? And one more thing, because unshared electron, we have to draw 4 unshared electron on oxygen. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and same thing, 4 unshared electron on this oxygen. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it clear, this one? Then bromine has 2 naturally occurring isotopes are there, which is bromine 79 and 81. State the term given to a number 79 or 81. So what we call that as a nucleon number. You can say a nucleon number or you can also say a mass number. So nucleon number or a mass number, this is a term which we use to say like nucleon number means like the total sum of neutron and protons which are present inside an atom. The next question, you have to work out the number of proton, neutrons, and electrons. You have to use a periodic table for that. Why you have to use a periodic table? Because every element is having a unique proton number. So proton number you can identify from the periodic table. So when you check the periodic table, you have to look for bromine. So bromine belongs to group 7 and here is bromine. So bromine 35 and 80. Nucleon number can vary, depends on it may have an isotope, 2 isotopes, 3 isotopes. So nucleon number may vary, but the proton number or the atomic number does not. Like every bromine isotope will have the same number of proton. So proton number is the identity of the element. So here 35 is representing how many protons are there in the bromine. So you have to use a periodic table and write here 35. And for both of them, because as I mentioned, it is irrespective of either it's an atom or an ion or an isotope, it will have the equal number of the protons because the proton number is the identity of the element. So it won't change. Then a neutron, for a neutron number, what we do, we take a difference. So nucleon number minus the proton number, so it will be 79 minus 35, which is 44 here. Same thing here, nucleon number minus the proton number, so 81 minus 35, so it will be 46. And to get the number of electron, because it's an atom, to be an atom, it should have equal number of proton and electrons. So it will be 35. But what about the bromide ion? What about the bromide ion? So because it is negative charge, means it should have extra electron, like one extra electron, then proton. So if 35 protons are there, how many electrons should be there? There should be 36, because electron is negatively charged. Is it clear? Question 2, part 1 and 2. Then we have question 3, which is the multiple choice question. An atom of an element contains 5 protons are there, 6 neutrons are there, and 5 electrons. Which statement about the element X? So which statement about element X are correct? X has an atomic number of 6, atomic number or the proton number, but it should not have atomic number 6. It should be atomic number 5. So statement 1 is wrong. So any option with statement 1 is incorrect. So A and B cannot be an answer. Then X has a nucleon number 11. Nucleon number means the sum of neutron and proton. So when we add neutron and proton, we get 11. Yes, we get 11. So either C can be an answer or D can be an answer. X is in group 2 of the periodic table. To identify the group, what you have to do, you have to write the electronic configuration. There are 5 electrons. If there are 5 electrons, first shell it will have 2 electrons, and the second shell it will have 3 electrons. So it means how many electrons in the last shell, that shows a group number. So it means it belongs to group 3. And what about the period? Period means how many shells we are using. So we are using 2 shells, so it is second period. So X is in group 4 of the periodic table. No, it's sorry, group 2. So this is incorrect. 3 is not correct. X is in the second period of the periodic table. That is correct. So statement 2 and statement 4 are correct. That's why the correct answer for this one should be D. So D should be the right answer for this. We have a molecule of ammonia, and to for the correct structure, we have nitrogen. Nitrogen belongs to group 5. So group 5 element, how many electrons it will share? It will share 3. And how many unshared will be there? Unshared will be 2. So, and hydrogen shares 1. And there is no unshared electron on the hydrogen. So B is totally wrong. Why it's totally wrong? Because you can see there's an unshared electron. D is also wrong because there's an unshared electron. So we are left with A and B. Sorry, A and C. Why A is wrong? Because in A, the 2 shared electrons are correct, but unshared electron on the nitrogen are not there. So it means A is also wrong. C is the correct answer for this. Hydrogen share 1, nitrogen share 1 from that side. So 3 hydrogen share 3, like nitrogen share 3 electron with each hydrogen, and unshared or a pair of electron, 2 electrons are there. So C is the right answer. In question 5, which structure does a silicon Which structure does a silicon 4 oxide most closely resemble with? The silicon 4 oxide is a macromolecular structure and its structure resemble with diamond. So carbon dioxide is a simple molecular, graphite is a giant structure, but that is a layer, a hexagonal layer structure. And sodium chloride is also a giant structure, but is an ionic lattice. So the structure of a diamond resemble with silicon 4 oxide. Then in question 6, this question a bit confusing because like as we discussed in the topic metals, that metal consists of delocalized or free electrons, and these electrons are responsible for conduction. But there's also what happened, there's a lattice vibration as well in metals. Not only like when we draw the structure of a metal, say this is a metal and these are the cations, the positive ions. So how metals can conduct electricity, how the electricity is passed through the metal? One is because they have delocalized or the free electrons. So one is because they have a delocalized or free electron, so these electrons can move anywhere within the structure. That is one way of a conduction. Second thing, how the metals can conduct, because the vibration of the lattice can also conduct electricity. So what actually happened, like example, if this is a positive ion, when this positive ion vibrate, this causes the other positive ion to vibrate as well. This causes the neighbor to vibrate as well. That is also a transfer of electrical energy. So in metal, majority, like most of electricity is by the lattice, the movement of electron, as well as the part of it is by the lattice vibration. So not only the positive ion, the electrons are responsible for conduction, but there are free electrons or like the lattice vibration that's also responsible for conduction. And vibration is also a motion. It's not like the particle move from one place to another, but when particles are vibrating, that vibration is also a kind of motion. So which particles move in a solid so that it conduct electricity? It does not have the negative ions, it have the positive ions, the cations, and it has electrons. So most of student did D, because electrons like, but actually it's like when you check the internal structure, you will find that not only the electrons are moving, but there's a vibration of the lattice that is also responsible for conduction of electricity. So that's why for this one, C should be the right answer. No, vibration is both, because like if you studied the topic heat, the conduction is by vibration of a lattice and by movement of electron as well. Same thing, what happens, we have different types of currents, AC and DC. So vibration of the lattice is also responsible for transfer of electricity in the metals. Is it clear, this one? So this was a pop quiz which was related to